Helldog söner natt och nattens system blir ögonblickar hit i seger och så som att sitta. Oh, pain. I haven't really been watching the news for quite some time, and I'm going through a process, so my sensitivity level has increased and my heart is open. And because of that, when I look at the news, which I just did from during the day yesterday, this is a beautiful morning and I'm safe. I don't know if you're safe. You are watching this, I don't know. I know that I'm putting this up and I'm doing this, and somebody else will watch it at some other place, with some other rådare, with some other landwight. And it hurts so bad, of all the pain that humans cause each other. And that they do this in response to what the pain that they've been done to. And the cycle goes on. And this dominating attitude, having more. We can break it. Be in relation. Be caring. I learned recently that the Nordic culture of the old ways, of the earth ways, which I am trying to walk and learn and do more of each day, is very close, our siblings, our cousins, with the old ways of the Celtic, of what is today called the British Isles. I have a brother in the earth walking path told the story of how that in that culture and the old ways, and the old ways are still there, underneath the dominating, eating, greedy, hungry, like Fenrir hungry, and like Jormunagander hungry, going to have more, and enclose myself around more. But underneath that there is a movement somewhere, something else. And the Celtic culture was and is about creating a life that is creating a good story. So when you get old, I'm closing up onto that. I have more white hairs in my beard. So I want to create good stories so I can yarn about them when I'm older than this, and sit around the fire with a horn of mead and spin it, and then spin it some more to have a good story. Because I don't care about the dominating culture that says the one that's got the most stuff wins, the one that has most gold or money in the bank or the biggest cars, the fastest cars, the biggest houses. And the way it's working now with the dominating banks and all that, it's they who own everything, because in order to get that, what do? Well, we have to borrow money, and then we have a debt, and then we have to work it, and the Norna skuld of the future, she gets so much because we have to do that all the time and work and go into and create a future that we have promised ourselves into a prison. And the pain of all this, and the pain of the Kremlin, and the leader a friend of mine, I dare say friend, I haven't met him, but I feels feels like I have a brother in him, in the prince, in the spirit, in the attitude of Rune. I saw a message from him a bit earlier before, and he's oh, I lost it, but too much yarns, too many threads, too many fibers. How can we go on? The world is having a big threat, and that is not put in prison. And what he's forcing other Russians to commit more dominance and commit more pain. How do we stop this? Well, I stop it, you stop it, by saying, I am in relationship to myself. I have a witness witnessing, and I live on this earth, and I care, and I want to care, and I want to feel, and I want to be a human feeling being. I want to be a human relating being. I don't want to be a human overpowering being. And this doesn't matter what gender you are, or what gender identification you have, or what parts you have between the legs, or what history has done. The change starts in one small steps. And it doesn't matter that I have fingernails on that have color on them. And if you see this and you have attitudes about it, if you have values about it, that doesn't tell me anything about me. It tells me about you. It's about you having that. And what does your overseeing, loving forces of the shining ones tell you? That witnesses, that observers that you have. And now I'm going to stop because I'm holding my cell phone with my arm and my shoulder is getting tired. I have a relationship with my shoulder, and I want to love my shoulder, and it tells me right now, it's enough. I have a relationship with this place, with the sun. And in my way, I call her she, Sunna Sol. She's caressing her loving fingers on me. And she shines on all. No matter what we do, no matter what deeds we do that are great, loving, relationship-based deeds, or they are hurtful, painful, dominating, egocentric, egoistic deeds. She still does, and the earth still moves. But maybe the problem, now it comes back what I was going about with Rune. The big threat is the climate, because the climate is going to make sure that everything falls apart. We don't have food to put in our bellies, and that we don't have water to give to our children and to our friends, the four-leggeds that we get food from, or that the earth is so dirty but by our stuff that we put in it, that we don't even understand, that we have wisdom to do something else than all these foreign strange substances that we put in. And it's we are a collective. We have divided us because we are in different tribes, all of us, but doesn't mean that we are in conflict. That's the dominating attitude. That's the dominating, and it goes back to the Roman Empire that has continued ever since then. We need to learn about our history. Some use the word her history, and that's a good way of putting it sometimes, because her history can be more in relationship. And now I'm going to switch arm, because there's just more that comes out of this, and I'm not wanting to make a long yarn about this. And I'm talking to a potential. I'm talking to somebody I don't know, but I'm talking to somebody that's are two-legged like me, that have heart, hand, and hand. Hug, hand och hjärta. Hug, hand och hjärta. I don't even know what to say anymore, because it's all one system. Huger in Old Norse for thought, intention. Hjärta, heart, for feeling, relationship. And hand, just because they fit together in the 3 H's in Swedish and in English. So the earth, sky, sun and moon, dawn, delling, midday, afternoon, evening and night. We all have relationships with them. We all have relationships with each other. As a principle, even those that I don't know. The other people that live in these apartment houses where humans have learned to make their caves wherever they want. And we take the power of Thor, of lightning, and we heat our shit, and we give power to our stuff, such as this cell phone thingy. And the magpie flies and looks down on me and tells me, what is that two-legged doing? It's nicer to fly. You can't fly, but I can. And now I'm going to fuck end this. And I'm not going to edit it, because I want to make a good story. I want to be alive. And I'd rather feel the pain of the pain that other humans are doing than turn it off. So I want to have courage to show the world. Blessed to you, blessings to those who are you in close relations with. Blessings to the Jord, to the place where you live, and greetings to your ancestors. We're all part of the web, and we create the web. We are all powers of Hept, and we're all powers with the high ones, and the shining ones, and the low ones. We're all keeping up the bonds, the bond of relationships continuously. Helgdag, helgdag, helgnatt och nattens system blir det ögonblickar het. I seger åt oss som sitta